Alright guys, this is our weekly solo players guide to the Nightfall. This is our Warlock variant. We do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday with all three classes. So if you need either a Titan or a Hunter guide, look in the description box down below. Those will be available for your pleasure. Also, we do a Challenge of Elder guides every single Tuesday. So if any of that sounds good to you, go ahead and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. And look in the description box below, those will be ready for you. But this week's strike is the Blighted Chalice. Let's go ahead and look over the modifiers, and then we'll rock out our setup, what we're using, how we're using it, and then we'll get into the guide. Modifiers this week include Void Burn. Void damage from any source is greatly increased. Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Fresh troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. Airbourne, players deal more damage on the air, so jump a lot. And Daybreak, which pretty much just gives you mayhem clash recharge rate of your grenade, melee, and supercharges. So you're gonna be popping a lot of grenades and a butt ton of grenades. I meant supers the first time. Supers and grenades 4 days. As far as our setup goes, we start off with Genesis Chain just because it's the only thing I had with Firefly. Usually that would be the Hand of Judgment I have. I was just too lazy to switch it over. We got Telesto. This thing is awesome in this week. And then we're using Corrective Measure. Now, once we run out of Telesto bullets in the final boss fight, we switch over to Devil's Dawn, which is equally great. If you don't have Devil's Dawn, I would suggest Ex Machina or Event Horizon. Either of those in Void this week would be great. And then we take this off, we rock Chaos Dogma for a couple minutes, but then we switch over to Atheon's Epilogue. Though, I will say, if you have that exotic from Wrath of the Machine, Steel Medulla, use that. I hear it's the best Void primary in the game. Maybe? I don't have it yet. Or the Doom of Chelchis, so it's definitely not Word of Crota. I'll give you that much. But yeah, then of course, as you can see, we're rocking these stuck on Steel Medulla now. The Nothing Manacles. We're running the Vampire build, so go ahead and rock and Embrace the Void. Killing enemies with Nova Bomb or Grenade triggers energy drain and restores your health. Sweet. The Hunger increases the duration of energy drain. We're rocking Lifesteal. Damage an enemy with energy drain immediately restores a significant portion of your health. So I guess, to be honest, any one of these will be really good since you already are getting the Embrace the Void health return with all your grenades. But in a pinch, this could be very helpful. I'm rocking Vortex, but it's really up to you. I'm only using Vortex pretty much because it leaves that damage over time bubble type thing. So that works really well with Airbourne specifically. And then of course you want Scatter Grenades. If you're rocking Nothing Manacles, you will like practically instantly get another grenade with each grenade kill. It's insane. You just literally just pop them for days non-stop. It's incredible. But let's go ahead and look at this guide. Alright, so this strike starts right off the bat with the Nightfall area. What you want to do is go ahead and find the highest platform you can jump to, or if you want to take the risk, you can go ahead and just start throwing grenades. As you can see, they're instantly coming back. But just go ahead and kill everything in here, whether you're up top or you're down below like I am here. And then you'll start the next encounter. So the next encounter is pretty much exactly the same as what we're doing here, but on a much bigger level. So you're definitely going to want to jump up on the top. You'll see me do it in just a second. One thing you're going to have to worry about right away as these enemies spawn in are the majors. You're going to see one major spawn here, and then the other place they can spawn is on the other end where that door is, right across the way right there. It's not too bad, especially if you have your Nova Bomb. Just blast them with that. It should go down one hit. Or, you know, you just whittle them down with your grenades and weapons. That'll work just fine as well. But you are going to want to take out all the enemies, because after that a little orb is going to spawn, and you have to run that orb to the door to unlock one of 3 nodes on the door. So you're going to have 3 waves of this. Each one is either going to be a major captain or a major knight that spawns in. So just make sure you kill him first before anything else, and then you'll be good to go. So the first one that spawns in is, as you can see right there, in kind of the middle of the area. The second one spawns into our right from where we are right now, right by the alternate major spawning door. And then the third one is over around here, but on the lower level, kind of to the right and underneath of us from where we are. You'll see it, it'll give you a waypoint, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so you guys can still see what's going on, and then we can still get to the next part a wee bit quicker. Alright, so once you're done with that, in this room there's either going to spawn in a large group of cursed draws, which is what we get here, or you also have the chance of getting an ogre. I think it's like 1 in 10 or something like that. If you saw my hunter guide, that actually happens, so be very careful of that. If you do get the ogre, just go ahead and throw a couple grenades and then shoot him with your Telesto, and that should take him down. But I can't say for sure just because I didn't get that with my Warlock. But that should definitely do it. Now, once you come up here, just like you saw earlier while I was talking, and you're going to see again because I die, in the middle of that room is going to spawn in a bunch of thralls. I believe 2 captains, 1 major, 1 regular, some vandals up top, as well as a centurion on the right. So just be very careful of that. Just go ahead and throw your Nova Bomb at the captains. That'll take them out really quick. Use your Telesto. Make sure you jump. Usually 1 shot will take out a normal captain as long as you jump with the Telesto. And then of course Nova Bomb the major, and he will go down really quick. 1 shot as well. I think this is where we switch over to Chaos Dogma, or it should be. But then, other than that, we'll go ahead and move on into the next room. Alright, so in this room, after all these explosions go off, a major wizard, taken wizard, is going to spawn in towards the back. Just go ahead and rock your Nova Bomb on her, take her out as quick as possible, because she will spawn in like cursed. I don't know what they call the taken version of those, like weird, like shadow thralls, I guess is what you're called. I can't remember. But go ahead and take out those 2 snipers after you take out the wizard. And then just go ahead and start lobbing grenades down here, because there are going to be a bunch of scions and I think 2 vandals. So the faster you take them out, the faster they will stop blocking your grenades. And it's just something you won't have to worry about. The faster you get it done, the faster you move on, that kind of thing. After that, you're going to walk into this room, which is going to spawn, starting from the middle of the room, 2 captains. I believe both of them are just regular old taken captains. And then there's also going to be a major centurion, taken centurion. So watch out for him, because he will throw void balls at you, so just be very careful of him. But he's really the only major threat, because not just because he's a major, but because he's the only really thing you have to worry about, because he constantly throws those void balls at you. I like to just throw a Nova Bomb at the captains, and then worry about this guy. I think it takes like 2 or 3 shots of the Telesto with a... I think I throw a grenade at him as well. But once you kill him, he won't be... as you can see, he just goes down really quick as long as you're jumping. And then we'll move on to the next area. In this next area, as soon as you get there, there's going to be a taken knight. Go ahead and take him out, and then after you do that, spawning in will be a bunch of phalanxes and like 3 or 4 vandals. Just take them out as quickly as possible. You don't really have to rush. You just have to be careful. They're not doing void damage, luckily. I don't think anything in the rest of this strike does void damage, minus the boss. So just make sure you're jumping to get maximum damage output, to sound like Dado. But go ahead and kill all these guys, and we'll move on to the little tunnel area, which will spawn in a 1 captain and like 5 or 6 not cursed thralls, but regular taken thralls. And after that, we'll be in the boss fight. Alright, so once you've killed this guy, go ahead and start working on the, I think there's 7 total acolytes. Go ahead and kill all of them. And then go ahead and whip out your Telesto. Because we're going to rock Malok pretty hard, just to start off the bat. Might want to wait a little bit longer to shoot, but there you go. Go ahead and rock your Nova Bomb. Start throwing grenades. You want to do as much damage as possible. As you can see, we've already rocked a solid 1/5 of his health down, just with Telesto and a super. Now come back here. Be very careful. What you don't want to do is kill that orb. You want to kill the 2 phalanxes, but as long as you don't kill that orb, they will not respawn. A little trick some of you might not know. So just, it will be a little annoying because you will get shadow touched for the rest of the strike, but it will also stop you from having to worry about those phalanxes continuously spawning in with every single wave, because there are a bunch of waves. Now what I also like to do is just kind of go back and forth between sides, whether Malok is there or not, and just kind of take out the ads just for bonus points. You should have more than enough time remaining to get the gold tier medal without killing all the enemies with the time completion bonus. But if not, you know, you've got the points from killing the ads. So either way, it's kind of saving your butt regardless. But this is pretty much it. Malok's got 3 waves to him. As you can see at the beginning, he will shoot arc damage at you, and then you'll get a notification saying Malok changes his tactics. It will go to him shooting fire at you, which he is doing right now. As you can see, obviously, duh. Way to state the obvious. And then after that, he's going to shoot 4 void orb ball things at you. You want to be very careful of those. If you're not 400 light, one of those balls will one-shot you. If you are 400 light, it will take 2 balls, so you have to be very, very careful. If you don't want to shoot them down, just stay in this little tunnel, kind of stick to the middle by the orb in the middle, and they will explode trying to reach you. They will not reach you. Maybe one might, but that is very doubtful and very rare that they actually make it through. So if you're in the tunnel, that's really your safety zone from that. And then what I like to do is just rock Telesto until all my bullets are gone, and then switch over to the Devil's Dawn and just start hammering Malok with the sniper. Throw as many Nova Bombs as you can. If you're using Vortex Grenade, remember you have to aim a lot higher to actually throw it because it won't go very far. So just keep that in mind. And then just keep killing ads. But yeah, other than that, that's really going to do it for this video. So go ahead and stay tuned till the end for rewards if you're so interested. We got some, I won't say interesting rewards, but I won't knock them this week. Just because I'm a little bit of a collector. That gives anything away. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up just so you can get there quicker. And you can still see it, obviously. And then, like I said at the beginning of the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like the video if you found it at all helpful or useful, informative, whatever. You just plain like the sound of my voice, which is kind of weird. But anyways, go ahead and do all that. And I will talk to you guys later.